guys, I know it's been entirely too long since I posted something, so I decided today is the day. I'm going to kind of give you a little inside scoop into a day in the life of a real estate agent. As a matter of fact, right now I'm on my way to show a townhome for rent, and I'll give you an update when I get there of what that's all about. All right, stay tuned. All right, guys, so I'm here in the property. I just finished showing it to two potential renters. It's a townhome, and the owners would like to rent it out to a potential renter, and so those two went very well. We had one person who was definitely interested, and then we had another couple who came through. They were a little bit more specific in terms of what they wanted, and that's how it is in real estate. And so that's part of what I do on a daily basis: show homes, point out all the attractive features, downplay anything that maybe they're not too sure about, and give them a solution to how that can be fixed. So, about to wrap up here and give some feedback to the sellers in terms of, the renters, the landlords, in terms of how the two showings went, and leave it up to them to give some feedback. Today, my job was just to show the homes. The owners will be taking care of the paperwork. All right, I'll check you later on my next task as a real estate agent. Guys, so I'm back in the car, and the first thing I do after doing any showings or anything of that nature is to use hand sanitizer. You're showing a property, you're touching all kinds of door handles and turning on all kinds of light switches, and so first thing I do when I return to my car is always to put on some hand sanitizer. Okay, so here's what happens after a showing like this one. Now, this isn't something that I've listed. This is me simply showing a property for the owner who is out of state. And my job now is to report back on what the two people who came to see the property today had to say, because, of course, that could be a determining factor and whether or not they want to rent the property. The first person loved the place, didn't even want to see all of it. As soon as they walked in, they fell in love. The second couple was a little bit more particular. They were taking measurements. They opened the refrigerator. They were looking at the cabinets. They, of course, were a little hesitant because they want to see what it looks like when someone is not in the property. And that was the thing. When you're showing a property where someone's moving out, there tends to be a lot of boxes. Things are out of place. And so for some people, it's really hard for them to visualize there are things in there, or to get out of their minds that when they move in, none of that stuff will be there and the place will be clean. So I had to, of course, reassure them that the owners are planning to come in and touch up anything that may be out of place and make sure the property is clean. They seem to be okay with that. But it's always interesting when people are looking for their next place to live. Some people are less picky, and some people are very particular, and that's all part of what it's like when you're showing properties to people. You get a little bit of both, and you just kind of cater to their particular showing style, or any questions that they may have. All right, so we're finished with that showing task. I've been communicating with the owner and asking questions via text. It's always important to be in constant contact so that you're as knowledgeable as possible when you are talking to people who are looking at a potential property. All right, on to the next task. Back on the road, going home to do some paperwork. A lot's been going on, and I'll share more about that when I get back. So as you can see, I'm still sitting in my car because as I was about to pull off, I saw I had a message from one of my buyers. We were supposed to have a showing today at 1 o'clock. However, the owner reached out to me and said they weren't available to show the property today and that we should come back Saturday or Sunday. Of course, Sunday was my preference, and so I had to message her to update her on the fact that we were not able to go today. This is all a part of that flexibility I mentioned earlier. Sometimes you can have your day planned out, showing here, then go here, and then you get a call and say, no, that can't happen, and you have to reconfigure. All part of the real estate plan. And that's the thing about real estate. It happens where you are at any time. Checking emails, checking text messages, providing clients with updates about where they are. And the important thing for me is to make sure that all of my buyers and sellers feel like whatever they're going through is the most important thing at the time. And so that requires a lot of flexibility on your part and being able to handle a lot of things going on at once. Okay, so we're going to try heading home again so I can give you some more updates on what I've been working on today and even this week. All right. Okay, guys, I can't even get home before something else happens. There's always some kind of mini drama with real estate. So I had some buyers who closed on their first home yesterday, and through the walkthrough when we went there were like sofas left in the basement, and so I reached out to the seller and was like, oh yeah, we need all of these removed. And he was like, the seller, and say, wait, I thought we had an agreement. Yet at the same time, the buyers want to move on, and sometimes that results in them having to absorb some of what was left over from a seller who was not quite as cooperative as they purported. But yeah, just letting you know, this is just some of the things that kind of come up on a daily basis, even while you're just simply trying to drive home. I love it though. I mean, there's something about it that I still enjoy, because in the end, my buyers will be in a home that they've made their own, and the old sofas will belong behind me. All right, I'll see if I can get home before the next adventure starts. What's up, everybody? We are back, and right now we're working on something that's very common for real estate agents to do on any given day, and that's researching properties that are on the market using the Bright MLS system. And what we love about this is we can put in what you want, the area, the square footage, the bedrooms, the bathrooms, and it'll give us everything that's on the market that fits that description. And that's what we use to send to our buyers. Say, do you like this one? You like this one? And if they say, oh yes, I love it, I want to go see it, then that's when we set up showings for them. So right now I'm working on some houses for a particular new buyer of mine. She kind of has an idea of what she wants, and she's been very diligent about sending me properties that she's looking up online, which is great. Agents love that, because if we already know that you like what you've seen online, that's great. It prevents us from having to like look all over the place and send you a bunch of stuff that you don't like. And so I'm about to look up a couple of the homes that she sent me that she's interested in, and then we're going to schedule some showings for this upcoming Sunday. All right, back to it. All right, guys, so talking about some other things that I do on a given day regarding real estate, and one of them is follow up. So I had a buyer who purchased her property or settled on her property a couple of weeks ago. Oops, message coming in now. And it was so exciting because, it was a little bit of a rocky road, and finally she settled in. And so I just wanted to do a check-in to see how the process has gone for her post 2 weeks. So that's also an important piece for me to let my buyers know that it's not just about getting to the settlement table and then you're on your own, but letting them know I genuinely care about how the house is working out for them. So this is another task that I do on a normal basis. All right, everybody, that wraps it up for a little sneak peek into the daily life of a real estate agent. Of course, no 2 days are ever the same, but this just gives you an idea of what we do on a daily basis. And if you ever have any questions about anything, I'm always here and willing to answer any of those things. Let me know in the comment section of some topics you'd like us to cover. We're going to talk about closings and writing up an offer and what you do at showings and things of that nature as well. And please, of course, I have to do this or my children will kill me. Please like and subscribe to this channel. And tune in for more videos from Latasha Hewitt Holmes. Thanks for taking the time to watch this one, and we'll see you next go round.